Thank you, Tom. Actually, I'm going to give a more, I would say, perception-oriented impression. Jim went at great depth into the topic that he covered and the topics that he did not directly cover. It was pretty comprehensive. And what we have covered is essentially there in the small booklet. It's pretty easy to read. So those who are interested to have an understanding of what we did, how we did, and what came out of it would get a pretty clear idea in 10 minutes time. What I'm going to talk about here is how we in India look at ICT research, how we set our priorities, and where we could find similarities or connect with the European Union, and where we are completely divergent and we didn't see any particular interest in pursuing research. It's been India has been through a very, kind of very, I would say, monumental journey in the ICT area for the last almost 15 years, when things are just going from one milestone to the other, and that's the business side. I don't think research has been able to keep pace with that, either because people are not looking at research in the same with the same sense of urgency as they're looking at business, and also probably because I think research has been quite divorced from the business side of ICT in the last 10 odd years. Jasjit, my friend from CDAC, is sitting here. He would not like to hear all that I'm saying, but he would nevertheless agree with a few of the fundamental points that I'd like to make, which is that somebody has to set in motion what research needs to do in the next 5 to 10 years. Let's say 3 to 5 years. 10 years is perhaps very ambitious. And that somebody necessarily has to be either a public authority which has voice and power to get people to come and hear or come and sort of pursue what they're saying, or an extremely empowered stakeholders body, which would be industry, academia, and public authorities together. Unfortunately, we have neither of these structures which are forming a medium to long-term vision in the area of research as far as ICT is concerned. Yes, we are doing a lot of very serious work. For example, in the area of supercomputing, we did some extremely important work. In the area of language technologies, we are doing a lot of work. In the area of security, we are doing a lot of work. But all these dots somehow do not seem to connect. What is the societal vision, the social vision, and from there downwards, what is required of research? This question, to my mind, is not as clearly asked as it should be if we need to define a research agenda. But it's not for me to stand here and say in 5 minutes what we should be doing as a country. But this is the shortcoming that we came across when we tried to match apple to apple, which is the policy framework in the European Union and the policy framework in India. Now, having said that, we're given a job to do. We had to see some areas where there was cooperation possible, where there is cooperation desirable, and where there is cooperation actionable. So we got these 6 areas. It's working. Okay. Three of them are societal areas: the ICT for public services, and ICT for inclusion, and partly the future internet and network media. Now, these areas have a very strong societal focus. These areas define what ICT should be doing to enhance societal well-being, societal objectives, and in essence, the life of citizens, businesses, and the community. Now, underpinning these, there are technological areas. How do you make it possible? How do you deliver e-governance? How do you deliver inclusion? There has to be an element which has to deal with networks and infrastructure. There has to be an element which deals with trust, security, privacy. There has to be an element which deals with cloud. There has to be an element which deals with probably components. So there are technological bricks. So you got societal objective, you got technological bricks. You cross them and you come to certain very interesting conclusions, which is that research again cannot be pursued as a purely technological pursuit, objective, or a purely societal objective. It has to be something which brings both the elements together. And that is what we've tried to do in getting these working groups constituted. There are people who have a very strong societal background. There are people who have a very strong technological background. There are people who have credentials which are extremely internationally recognizable in their respective areas. But we tried and put them into the whole question, which is we need to understand what innovations are possible in e-governance. You are a trust and security expert. You are a networks expert. You come into the picture to give us not only your perspective, but the entire perspective. As in, if technology is not there to give us a societal solution tomorrow, you tell us what technology could be put together, innovated, to come to that level of solutions. So this is the perspective that we started with. And this fits very well with Indian way of thinking. In India, we always have an extremely clear idea as to where we want to go. We don't necessarily flesh out what all and in great details are the steps, are the bricks that are required to go there. But having said that, it's not one or the other which is a better approach. The idea again is that if the Europeans can give the structured approach whereby India can probably try and see the merit in thinking something out in slightly greater details and establish that as a public research program, so much for the better. If India can give the big picture approach and tell the European Union that, look, it's good to be structured, but don't be so structured as to be rigid and as not to be capable of changing if the realities around you are evolving drastically. So there is merit in both, and our job is to submit these recommendations both to the Government of India, Department of Information Technology, and to the European Commission. Tell them this is what is emerging not only from the work of the project, the experts, but also the stakeholders. So I invite all of you to visit our portal, to comment on the recommendations, to add things if you feel like, to tell us where we've gone wrong. It's quite possible. We're probably chasing the wrong horse in some of the instances. And then it will give us so much more credibility to put it across and to also tell you how the authorities are taking it. They might say this is all things that we know. They might tell us these are all things that we will put on the back burner and bring it out only when we feel like. So there will be some feedback that will come out of all this. And the wish that we have is that at least some of these recommendations are heard at the right place and are actioned in the right perspective or in the right spirit. So that's what I had to say. It was a little general, but I thought I don't have anything to add to what is there in the document. I'd much rather give you the soft side of it, the feel that we had, and sensitize you to the needs that you need to be mobilized as much as any expert, as much as any authority, to make it happen in your environment. Research is in your interest, your citizens, your stakeholders, your ICT professionals, so it's for you. And if we can do something to bring it forth, to enhance it, to present it, we're there for that. Thank you very much.